Good morning, everybody. How are we today? Monday. Fantastic. Glad to see you. Whoa, look at that. We have a big group today. Hot topic. How are you, everybody? Good morning. Hope you got your coffee going here. Get the brain working, get the blood flowing. Okay. My name is Beef Wellington, like the food. Yes, Beef Wellington. I am from the Career Compass. Many of you know me, and I know many of you, so it's great to see all of you this morning. What a Bertha's there laughing. Hey, Bertha, how you doing? That's funny. All right, folks, we're going to get into this today because this is a hot topic, and I'm not going to, mess around too long. I'm going to tell you exactly what we're going to be doing because in the last 2 weeks, what has happened in real estate is epic and important, more than it ever has been, and that's why Zillow and MLS and everybody else is kind of downplaying this because what's going on is literally the day that Expedia told travel agents that, oh, it's not a big deal. We're going to be a travel agency, but it's not going to affect your business. That happened 2 weeks ago in real estate. Now, what do you think that did to the travel agency? That was the beginning of the end. Is that going to happen to us? Well, let me just be very, very clear with some of you. Some of us, that will happen to. Yes, it will. Some of us, it will not. And it depends on what you do, not what your brokerage does, not what your manager does, not what your MLS does, not what CAR does, not what NAR does, but it depends on what you do in the next coming 6, 12, 18 months that's going to establish whether you are a victim of what's going on or whether you are going to profit and make tons of money and even move your business forward and up. That's what's going on, and that's what we teach, in other words. So with that being said, let me kind of explain what I'm going to be talking about here today. I'm not going to be talking about just the fact that Zillow is now a brokerage, which they were before because they had a brokerage license, but they had partners that handled their transactions and their contracts. That's not happening anymore, by the way. I'm not just going to be talking about the IDX direct feed. I'm not going to be talking about just all that kind of stuff. I'm going to be talking about exactly what you can do. I'm going to be giving you actual tools and techniques right here, 3 of them to start with out of the hundreds that the Career Compass has to help you sell more real estate and defend yourself against Zillow. I'm going to be giving you those tools right here on the screen, but I'm also going to be showing you what hundreds of agents already have done just in this last month, just in January, to make sure that they're going to be part of the group that goes forward and is successful in real estate. Because as of 2 weeks ago, in my opinion, in the opinion of the Career Compass, the #1 training organization for realtors in the state of California, what happened 2 weeks ago is what's called a marker in time. You are now going to see that as everything before that and everything after that. And we are going to have a group of realtors, probably a large percentage, that simply get pushed out of the business. And then we're going to have a percentage of realtors who thrive and become millionaires in this business. You're going to decide which group of those you're in, but that's what's happening. So with that being said, if you are not familiar with the Career Compass, hello, how are you? We are the Career Compass, and we are the #1 training organization in the state of California as of 2017. And we've been in business for over 12 years, but as of 2017, our seminar is the #1 most attended seminar in the state of California and the most popular. And we now have our new C4 program, which for many of you on this call, that will make the difference between success and failure in the future, like so many others. Okay, let's get going. Now, what we're going to be talking about here today is exactly what's going on in the real estate industry and what you can do. So let's give you a market update real quick here. All right. And by the way, we are going to allow time at the end for questions. So anybody on this call, you can ask questions. There's going to be a ton of questions about this because it has to do with your IDX feeds, it has to do with your MLS, it has to do with your CAR and NAR memberships, it has to do with exactly what Zillow is doing. So we're going to offer questions at the end. Now, on top of that, down here in your box or over here somewhere, you should see a chat box. Go ahead and open that up because you're going to see other questions from other people. You're going to see notes from our company and other things. So go ahead and open up your chat box so you can see what other people are saying. All right. Now, and by the way, if I talk too fast, just listen quicker. Okay. All right. Now, here's what's going on, folks. Is the market crazy? It's insane. Why? Because we have interest rates that are like record lows. I saw a 15-year fix the other day for 1.9. 1.9. That's almost like them paying you to take the money. It's unbelievable. We've had 30-year fix at 2.5, 2.6. It's amazing. So what has happened to your business? Yeah, it's doubled or tripled, hasn't it? In 2020, you probably did twice as much real estate as you did before. But let me ask you a quick question. Are you twice as good a realtor as you were back in 2019 or 18? No. What happened was the interest rates and your business skyrocketed. So what can you do to keep those 2020 levels and continue to go when we have what? Probably 100% chance that interest rates are at least going to tick up in the next few months. They're not ticking up just yet, but they're probably going to. So with that being said, what do realtors have to provide, especially now, something called new value. And you're like, well, Wellington, what's that? What's new value? Here's what it is. It's not, and I want to emphasize that word, not what you've been doing for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years in this industry. Because here's what's going on. What we have provided to our customers to get our customers to list and buy with us is perceived as free now to them. Free. And Zillow, Opendoor, Redfin Now, and the other companies are out there making sure that your customers, I'm going to show you how, exactly what they're doing, exactly what your customers are thinking, that they don't need you anymore. They can, like every other industry out there, like Netflix and everything else like that. I'm going to show you exactly what they're doing. So what do you have to do to survive? Bring new tools, techniques, systems, and processes you've never brought before. Now, what do you mean by that, Wellington? Let me give you a couple examples. Things like the 7% technique. Who teaches that? The Career Compass doesn't. We're the only one that teaches, and the 7% extreme technique. Let me just put it this way before I get started here. If you do not know the 7% technique, you are walking away from the #1 way of doing listing presentations that will absolutely crush anybody else that's going for that listing, and it will decimate any desire that the seller has to go with an iBuyer. It's amazing. It's like a revolution. If you don't know that, please. And by the way, that technique is the only technique that I've ever learned in 30 years of real estate, 30 years of real estate coaching and teaching, okay, and speaking, that allows you to do this, allows you to put a commission override clause in the notes section, additional comment section, or remarks section of your contracts. Commission override clause. Raise your hand if you know what that is. The only people who are raising their hands right now are people who've been to our seminar, because we're the ones who are teaching it. If you do not what commission, if you do not know what commission override clauses are, you absolutely must learn that. It's tens of thousands of dollars in extra commission you're going to get that the seller wants you to have. Just as an example, how about the EAT, the PAT, the lawyer letter, all these tools and techniques you can't get from any other training out there. That's what you need to bring to survive in this industry. I'm going to prove it to you today. Now, Zillow and Opendoor are posed to take a record number of deals. Now, during 2020, guess what happened? We were looking the other direction. Business was so good. Everybody wanted to buy. Everybody wanted to move because why? The interest rates are so low. Everybody wanted to refinance. All this kind of stuff. Well, while that happened, Zillow and Opendoor and all the other iBuyers made huge gains in their business, just waiting for those great interest rates to change and our business to go back down to normal, and they'd be posed to take our business. And I'll show you this. Ready? Zillow is now a brokerage as of 2 weeks ago, a brokerage, which means what? It means they are now part of CRMLS, MetroList, and all the other MLSs. And I'm going to show you that where it gets even worse. Now, watch this. Zillow now has a direct IDX feed. What does that mean? Well, you remember when you're doing a listing presentation, assuming it's just a listing, and you're putting your listing in the MLS. Now, at the very end, the very last page, you have your IDX, your VOWs, your syndications, and all that stuff, and it's all defaulted as yes, isn't it? Yes, 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 yes. You know what that means? That means when you leave it as yes, which you have to, unless you get your broker's permission to put no on it. Basically, that is their permission. That is Zillow and all the other brokerages out there and all the other websites out there to take your information and start marketing with it. And that's what's happened for years. Well, up until 2 weeks ago, you and your brokerage and anybody else had the right, not that many of you did it, but had the right to actually put no on that and not syndicate your information, meaning you controlled your own situation. I mean, it's your listing. You went out and got this listing. Why are you giving permission to everybody else in the world to market with it? Well, because we have the MLS system, but that's not just it. You're actually getting permission to Zillow and all the other syndicators out there to market with your information and make money from it. That's never happened before. Well, guess what? As of 2 weeks ago, Zillow doesn't need your permission anymore. If you put no on the IDX, guess what? They still get your information. They can still market with it. Want to know why? Because they have a direct feed now, just like every brokerage out there. That's a huge change. And Zillow now is going to have its own agents, and they're going to pay them on salary, not commission. Even though Zillow claims, oh, don't worry, we're not going to do regular transactions. We're only going to use our agents to do the iBuyer transactions. Well, first off, that might be true for now, but how long is that going to last? Number two, iBuyer transactions, they want every transaction to be an iBuyer transaction. Well, you want to know why? Because that makes them something what? Kind of makes them the new MLS, doesn't it? I'll get to that in a second. Now, Opendoor, the biggest iBuyer in the country, Opendoor, it just went public last October. Now, companies don't go public with IPOs, initial public offering, that means stocks, if they're not doing well. Opendoor took 36,000 deals out of your pocket last year. That is epic. 36,000 deals. That's a pretty big chunk. However, the number of agents who are now doing listing presentations using the 7% technique or other techniques with the Career Compass here in the state of California is at all times high, and they're crushing the iBuyers using, and we'll show you that today too. Now, I want to show you exactly with no uncertain terms exactly how this gentleman named Richard Barton, heard of his name? He's the CEO and co-founder of Zillow. He's also the guy that co-founded Expedia. Travel agents. Well, do you do anything else when it comes to travel other than Expedia? No, they basically have a monopoly. What is a travel agent? A travel agent is a middleman between a buyer and a seller, smoothing over problems, taking care of issues for a fee or a commission in the middle. Does that sound familiar to everybody on this call? It sure does. And now what he did to the travel agencies is now doing to real estate. Watch this.
And I basically likened the transition, the kind of market expansion that Zillow is going through right now, where we've got this huge, profitable incumbent business with this trusted brand. And we're saying, all right, there is a technology disruption happening, and we've got to be the ones to build the bridge across the chasm and get to the other side. And that's why we are going so hard and so aggressively, but in a prudent way, at the new opportunity, and it's going extremely well.
Do you think even further a step forward about other avenues you could go into with mortgages, other aspects?
Yeah, it turns out that the house transaction is the hub of a series of really big, important, and potentially profitable transactions. Getting the mortgage, the title, the escrow, moving, telecommunication services, all this happens and changes and is keyed off of the house transaction. And we are making investments in most of these businesses, specifically mortgages, title, and escrow right now, and creating an integrated digital platform so that one day, the dream is that we dream one day of you having kind of almost a trade-in experience with your house, where you're standing in a house, a Zillow offers house that we own. You've been there 15 times. You've let yourself in with the Zillow app. We know who you are and where you live. We've already made it have a mortgage ready to go. We have an offer ready for your house when you're ready to transact, and you, with one click, can decide to move.
Wow. Did you hear what he said? I'm going to go over a couple things he said real quick, but here's something that I want to bring up. Integrated digital platform. Integrated digital platform. You know what that means? That means a platform where people can go on Zillow before they ever call you or ever even think about you and do their entire transaction and never speak to you and never need you. That's what an integrated digital platform is. So with that being said, let me show you exactly what's going on and how they're doing this. Because what did he say? He basically said, we're the trusted brand. So forget about Keller Williams, forget about Coldwell Banker, forget about Century 21, Remax, Berkshire Hathaway. We're the trusted brand, as if they're the incumbent brand. It's amazing. That's terrible. Okay, profitable. Okay, very profitable. That's a call out to their stockholders. Which, by the way, that man right there and that company is accountable to the stockholders, not you. And what they've been telling you for about 12 years about how we're your partner, we're the advocate of agents, bull. Okay, they are. This is who they're talking about: prudent and profitable. Okay, they're talking about their stockholders. Now, integrated digital platform. There it is, right there. Because here's what 2020 proved to everybody. 2020 proved that all of us, every person in our society, we can do anything we want to do and never see another carbon-based person, including our groceries and everything else like that. We did it. So guess what? 2020 proved to the entire world that you can do everything, including buy and sell a house with no physical person needed. Meaning, why not just cut out the realtor? They're expensive anyway, aren't they? The most expensive thing on a net sheet is what? The realtor commissions. Sounds good. 2020, thank you very much. That's basically what they said. Now, we know who you are. So Zillow knows who that customer is because they have all their information, because all the buyers go there anyway. Now all the sellers are going to go there because they're a brokerage. I'll show you that in a second. Now, one click, everybody wants to click because here's why. We want to use our brains here. This is our primary brain right here. We're all stuck to it. I mean, I go to millennials sometimes, okay? Millennials, the end of Western civilization as we know it. Okay? Anyway, so, and take their phone away, they go into convulsions within about 10 seconds. It's amazing. We're attached. We all want to click. That's all we want to do, right? You let yourself in with the digital app, okay? So guess who's not letting you in? A realtor, okay? You can trade your house in from one for the other, okay? And it's a hub of a series of very profitable transactions. That's what's going on. So in other words, it's just a trade-in process for your house. What's not needed? CAR, NAR, MLS, and the realtor are not needed. That's where they're going. Let me show you the advertising that they're using to make sure your customers, people who would be listing with you and buying with you, know that they don't need you. Ready for this? This is about a 15-second spot, and it's amazing because when I show you this, you're going to actually see two things that go into your brain. You're going to think two things that you don't even know you thought. Watch this.
When Zillow buys your home, life gets a little less stressful because you can sell without repairs and choose your closing date. giving you more time for the things you love. Visit Zillow to request your free offer.
Okay, that was 15 seconds. Guess what you just thought? The same thing that your customers just thought when they saw that. And that commercial's been going on for 18 months on every digital platform, every TV and every radio station. Now here's what you just thought. You just thought two things that they didn't even say. Number one, you thought you could sell your house without repairs for top dollar. Did they say that? No, they didn't say that. They just said without repairs. Now, can you sell a house without repairs? Of course you can. Will you get top dollar for it? No, but the customer thinks that because it's inherent to what they said. Oh, I can sell without repairs. That must mean for top dollar without repairs. So basically they just told the customer, oh, don't worry about the repairs. We'll take care of that and you'll still get all your money. Not true. The second thing that you just thought was this is commission free because he clicked his primary brain. There it is, the primary brain. He clicked it. And that means that's how much money he gets. Is that true? Not at all. They never said it was commission free. They never said it was service fee free or anything else like that. Yet the customer thinks that. That's what your customer is going to be thinking. Exactly that. And that's where it's the big problem. Now, let me show you kind of what's going on here. See, here's RE/MAX, here's Keller Williams, here's Coldwell Banker, there's Berkshire, there's Century 21. Let's say that all of these are the brokerages out there, okay? So these are all, if you're with Realty One, that's fine, or HomeSmart, okay, or EXP, that's fine. These are all the brokerages, okay? We have a system called a co-op. Now, all of us take our listings, and to benefit the customer, benefit the economy, benefit the seller, what we've done is we've come up with a system called the MLS, where we take all of our listings and put them here so anybody can sell each other's listings and benefit the customer. That was the idea. Now, everybody's a member of the MLS, right? Right. Why? To benefit everybody. But nobody in the MLS, nobody in this club right here makes money from the data itself. Only from the fact that we can buy and sell between each other. That's the benefit. One company actually does make money from the actual data, which is Zillow, which is our data to start with, and they repackage it and sell it back to us. How insane is that? Now, up until 2 weeks ago, what's happened is, did you know, because of the IDX, the VOWs, the syndications, and everything else like that, the end of your listing, when you're putting your listing in the MLS, when you put yes on that, which is defaulted as yes, you are giving permission to Zillow and every other website out there and every other brokerage out there to basically market with your information to attract buyers. And we've all done this. But we always had the autonomy, the people in the club, we had the autonomy to say no to that. So if a brokerage, an independent brokerage or a major brokerage wanted to say no to this permission, these little green things, they could. Guess what? They can't anymore because that permission just got taken away by Zillow. Zillow no longer needs your permission to market with your information. They now have a direct IDX feed from MLS to them because they're now a brokerage and they're part of CRMLS and all the other MLS systems. So even if you don't want Zillow to put your listing on their website and advertise to get all the buyers to them instead of you, too bad, you can't anymore. That's a major turning point, and that happened 2 weeks ago. So with that being said, this right here is Simon Raskoff. He was the CEO of Zillow for probably 10 years. And this is the guy that said, okay, we're going to partner with realtors, and didn't really partner with realtors. What he did is basically he's attracting all the buyers, and he's selling that information, buyers and sellers for that matter, to his website instead of yours, and then repackaging and selling it to some of you called premier agents. So he's partnering with some agents to help them beat other agents. So he's kind of partnering with realtors, but kind of not. You know, it's kind of like rob Peter to pay Paul type of thing. Well, 3 years ago, this guy, the guy you just saw in the video, Richard Barton, came in, and that, in my opinion, is when the entire company changed, when they're like, that's it. We're big enough to take over the industry now. And since then, I haven't heard anything about partnering with realtors. All I've heard is one step after the next, after the next, after the next of Zillow taking over this industry. Don't believe me? Watch this. Now, for the first week after they made this announcement, have you checked your Zillow reviews? Have you checked those? For the first week, they were gone. Gone. Now, they said, oh, it's because of a glitch. Give me a break. This is a $25 billion company. They have the best tech people in the world. You're going to tell me that everybody's reviews, other than the premier agents who are paying them, just got their Zillow reviews, just take the reviews that you spent 10 years building up. They just took away for an entire week. That was a shot across the bow, your bow, letting you know that Zillow's in charge of you. Not the MLS, not CAR, not NAR. Then they put them back. So guess what? They can take them away anytime they want. That's the first thing. Next, watch this. Now, let's go over exactly what's been written. I mean, they're telling us what they're going to do. They're telling us. Now, in Inman, in Realty Matters, and all these other places, let me show you just a couple things that have been said. Ready for this? Is Zillow the next Robin Hood? This was an article that just appeared about 3 days ago. He's the next Robin Hood of real estate. If you don't know Robin Hood, it's a stock platform that basically did that GameStop thing. So if you know what it is, look it up. But anyway, is Zillow the next Robin Hood? Which is a problem here. Zillow and other innovative companies are attempting to make the trading of homes simple and easy, somewhat like Robin Hood is doing with stocks, right? They are doing so with fewer intermediators. Now, what does fewer intermediators mean? It means you. Okay, it means they're partners, because what they can do now is they can list and sell their own houses because they're a brokerage, even though they're only doing it with their iBuyer program. Who cares? They're still doing it, and that's the next step. There's roughly $15 billion, okay, $15 billion of real estate advertising opportunity for selling digital leads, and that's what Zillow's been taking advantage of for the last 12 years. However, Zillow saw a bigger opportunity. What Richard Barton saw, what he called a moonshot. You know what a moonshot is? A moonshot is like, hey, we're headed for the moon. It's 1968. It's Neil Armstrong. Yeah, that's what he said. It's a moonshot. That means, guess what? We're taking over this sucker, right? Now, opportunity with $32 trillion housing dollar market. Trillion, okay? Itself, wrapped in there is $100 billion in transaction costs, like your commission. $100 billion in transaction costs, your commission, title, escrow, mortgage, everything, $100 billion, okay? These fees are already being compressed. What does compressed mean? Hey, cut your commission lately? Yeah, you have. You wanna know why? You have to. Unless you know the Career Compass's 7% technique, you have to cut your commissions. Yet we can show you a way to actually increase your commissions, put more money in the seller's pocket, more money in the buyer's agent's pocket, and more money in your pocket, and drive comps up instead of pushing them down, which is what Zillow does. So stick around, because otherwise you're being compressed. And guess what? Compression means smaller. Compression means you're going out of business. Here's what else they said. Zillow's trajectory has similarities to Netflix. To Netflix. If they have similarities to Netflix, who's Blockbuster in this case? We are. We're Blockbuster. And what happened to Blockbuster in 2001? 2010, excuse me. In 2001, they were an $18 billion company in over 100 different countries. By 2010, bankrupt. Why? Netflix. For one, Zillow makes the process easier. Now, let me ask you a quick question. Does everybody want things easier? You bet they do. Do the millennials want things easier? You bet they do. They want everything to be easier. One of the biggest complaints about real estate is what? Oh, it's so complicated, right? It captures consumers and now is buying and selling their own houses like Netflix, okay? Transitioning into producing its own content. Ever seen a Netflix special? I just watched The Irishman last night. One of the major movies of the last couple of years, produced and created entirely by Netflix. So what's Zillow doing? Zillow's doing exactly the same thing. Where they used to be just a lead generation, now they're going to be buying and selling houses themselves, just like Netflix was. Okay? So it's not hard to connect the dots here. Now I want to show you this. You can't read this, but let me just read. This is the comments down below that Inman article. Here's what one person said. And I'm not telling you this person is wrong, but here's basically what it said. It basically said, Brad, this is the comments came in. Do you like to stir the pot? No worries on this side of the story. We are good. Oh, we're good, John Johnson, a realtor, said. Oh, we're good. We're good. Still's not going to affect anything. Really, Don. Okay. Relationship business will continue to win the day. I wonder about that. Okay. Unless you're not in a relationship with your clients, that's when Zillow has the potential to grab that client up to us to maintain our relationship and nurture current ones. Then Michael down here said, BINGO. The song I sang when I was a kid. Okay, there'll always be disruptors, but in the end, relationships win. Okay. With all due respect to these two learned realtors over here, that's all fine and dandy, but guess what? It's not true. Okay, it isn't true. Relationships are great, but your customers who you have relationships with, I'm going to show it to you in a minute, have other options. How often do you think just that relationship you have will always win when they're staring down the barrel of either increasing their volume and their equity on their house by $40,000 because you're competing with a realtor that knows things that you don't know, or competing against Zillow and all the other buyers that mentally represent $30,000 in savings to that client? Do you really think that relationship is going to persist in that case? It might, but it might not. So think about that. What's happening these days is the value of the relationships you have is now going down because your customers, your clients, your cousins, your brothers, all these people have other options that they are going to consider. So unless you can absolutely count on what I call a pity list, I don't mean PITI, I don't mean principal, interest, tax, and insurance. I mean PITY, meaning they pity you so bad, they'll list with you even though they're thinking about $40,000 they could have had more or $30,000 they could have saved. Will that relationship hold? Maybe, but maybe not. But think about this. If you're the realtor who knows the tools and techniques that increase the volume and can show your clients, if you can show your clients how you can numerically, not gee whiz, I do so much for my commission and I'm really good and golly, I knew your dad and list with me, none of that crap that nobody cares about. Can you numerically, this is your career handed right on a silver platter right here. Can you numerically show me, if I'm a seller, how you can put more money in my pocket, even including your commission, than any other realtor and any iBuyer, even though they're doing it for free according to the customer? Can you do that? If the answer is yes, congratulations. You've probably been to the Career Compass. If you cannot do that, guess what? You are part of the past, and you are going to be part of the past. And that's all there's to it. And I'll show you that in a second. Now, with that being said, here's these two relationship guys. And I'm not saying they're wrong, but both of them clearly look like they've been in the business for a while. And guess what? 30 years ago? Yeah. Here's what wins. Relationships don't win, not anymore. Value wins, because whoever provides the most value to that customer is going to win every time. With all due respect to all you learned realtors out there, you can do a listing presentation based on your relationship for anybody in your family, and have me do a listing presentation for that same person, never met them, have no idea who I am, right after you. 90+% of the time they will go with me. I know that sounds like a very offensive thing to say, but it's not. I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying that to impress upon you that if you use tools and techniques like the 7% technique to show your customer value, they'll always go with you. And I can do that. Can you do that? And if you can't, please stick around, because we will be glad to show you that, because this is your resource right here for the future of the real estate business. Now, here's a listing agent. Oh, you need a listing? Zillow's got that for you now. Oh, need a buyer's agent? Zillow's got that now. Oh, you need to list in the CRMLS? Don't worry calling a realtor, because we are realtors, Zillow says. We can do that for you. Oh, you need a loan? We got Zillow Mortgage, and we've had Zillow Mortgage for 3 years. Need title insurance? Zillow, got it. You need escrow? Oh, we got that too, no problem. And we've always had our iBuyer program for about the last 3 or 4 years. Do you see a trend? Because I do. This is what's happening in real estate. So let me ask you a question. Will your relationships overtake all of this? I wonder. Okay, I wonder. See this? This is somebody in your database. Somebody you have a relationship with. This is you. This is somebody you have a very good relationship with. Let's say that this is a really good friend, and your friend just got a job transfer, so he needs to sell his house quickly. And you're thinking, oh, I have a relationship. Okay, relationships win the day, right? I wonder if they really do. I wonder. Check this out. You know he's going to list with you, but he goes to work the next day before his job transfer, and his friend at work goes, oh, you need to sell your house really quick? Oh, just call Zillow. They have a cash offer for you. No open houses. It's easy. It's quick. And he goes, really? Wow, that certainly sounds easier than going with my friend. Now, who's this over here, though? This is an agent that knows all the tools and techniques that the Career Compass teaches. Okay, we have over 100 different tools and techniques that most of you have never even heard of before. And by the way, most coaches have never even heard of before. So this agent has tremendous value. This has tremendous what? Savings. And this has tremendous relationship. I wonder who's going to win. Well, here's you. You have a relationship with them. So in other words, if they list with you, it's a pity list, P-I-T-Y. You have the MLS, just like everybody does, and you have a sign in the front yard. There you go. What does Zillow have? Well, Zillow has a cash offer. Zillow has no open houses, nobody tromping through the front yard or the living room, and fast close, choose your closing date. What does this agent have over here? This agent has Career Compass tools and techniques like the 7% technique that drives the price up and sells the house in record time and puts more money in his pocket, plus dozens of other things that they can do. And those of you who've been to the Career Compass seminar know this, and many of you are already using it, so congratulations on that. Awesome, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about who has the most value. Well, you have zero value. Let's say his house is $1 million. It's worth $1 million. You're going to sell it for $1 million. You have zero additional value to him. What about Zillow? Zillow represents $30,000 in savings to him, he thinks, even though it's not true. He thinks that because Zillow spent $100 million getting him to think that. What does this agent have? This agent has an additional $40,000 in extra equity and selling the house in record time by using the 7% technique or any of the other tools and techniques that we teach. So he might go with you out of pity. He wants to go over here, but if he knows this agent, he's coming over here. So where your relationship used to get you 100% of all the listings, now it's getting you maybe 1 out of 3. So do relationships really win the day? Well, guess what? If you have the relationship and this, you're unstoppable. Unstoppable. Period. End of story. If you have a relationship with this guy and know all these things, there's no way for you to lose. End of story. Period. You kill them coming and going. So with that being said, let me show you this. This is actual letter. I know you can't see this, but I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, this is an actual letter I got in my email from the CRMLS representative, the PR representative from CRMLS. Now, it's basically a question and answer thing, like what's Zillow going to be doing? They're a new member, blah, blah, blah. But there's one question that is the key one. Here it is. Ready? It's right here. Is Zillow only doing this with CRMLS or all the MLS systems? Here's Zillow's answer. Zillow is becoming a dues-paying member of local, state, and national association of realtors. They are now a member of CAR and NAR. Now, who makes policy for all of us realtors? Who makes policy? I can't remember who it is. Oh, is it National Association of Realtors? Yes, it is. And now, as of right now, Zillow sits at the table in Chicago, the voting table in Chicago. Now, do you really think Chicago and that voting table is going to go, oh, Zillow's no big deal? They're going to be the most powerful entity the minute they sit down. And do you think they're going to vote on rules and legislation and differences in real estate that benefit you or benefit them? Good question. So now they're going to be able to control CAR and NAR. Now, CAR and NAR are going to, oh, they'll never control us. Well, let's all just be realistic here, okay? Because this is not supposed to be a politically correct talk. This is supposed to be an honest talk. And I'm being very honest with you people. You know what Zillow will do the minute they're in there. And that's happening right now. So let me go ahead and switch gears here. I'm now going to switch from what Zillow's doing to what you can do to beat them coming and going. This is the first of 3 tools I'm going to be giving you today. And by the way, these 3 tools, it's just 3 of over 100 that I could be teaching you today, but I am going to be teaching you in the future because you're going to love this. Now, here's what this is. We have 27,000 Career Compass members in the state of California. And when Zillow, Opendoor, Redfin Now, and all these other companies started buying houses using their iBuyer program, basically our customers said, hey, Wellington and Career Compass, can you come up with a tool that will beat any iBuyer on the spot within a couple of minutes of starting the listing presentation? We're like, wow, that's a challenge. And we have it. This is it right here. Now, here's what's going to happen is this presentation I'm about to show you, which takes about 3 minutes to explain. We have this in PDF format, JPEG format. Okay? We have it on video, and we also have it on Keynote and PowerPoint format, so you can have it in any way you want. Okay? You are more than welcome to this when you're a Career Compass member, which most of you are in the first place. Now, here's how this works. And don't worry, if you're not a Career Compass member, it's easy. Okay, it's the best deal in the world. By far, it's a shameless plug. But my point is, what I'm going to show you, and you can use it. You can actually use this video right from our website, and all you do is hit play, and within 2 minutes it'll play. All you got to do is sit there, okay, and show it to your customer. And within 2 minutes, it will decimate any chance that they will do an iBuyer instead of going with you. Let me show you. Now, this is a house that you're listing. You're the listing agent, okay? This is your house that you're listing on it, not your house, but you've listed this house on the MLS on behalf of your customer, okay? Let's just say it's $1 million to make the numbers easy. Here's you. This is you right here. You're a realtor. That's you, okay? You're the listing agent. Now, you've listed it for $1 million. Now, when it's bought by a buyer's agent who's also a realtor, this is the buyer's agent, okay? Buyer's agent, here's what happens, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. It's $1 million price. The commission is, say, 5%, right? Now, let's say we get a full price offer from the buyer's agent, which we're probably going to these days, I mean, because the inventory is so low. So there's the $1 million. Thank you very much for your $1 million offer, Mr. Buyer, agent. How much is due in commission? $50,000, right? 5% of $1 million. 25,000 here, 25,000 here. You guys all know how this works. So how much is due to the seller before expenses, because they're all about the same? $950. That's a normal transaction. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what happens when you use Opendoor, Zillow, or any other iBuyer to purchase your house? Here's what happens. If it's bought by Opendoor or Zillow, let's go over the numbers again. Here's the $1 million. Here's the 5% commission. Let's say you get a full price offer from Zillow or Opendoor, which, by the way, you're not going to get. They don't buy houses for full price, do they? But I'm going to show you a full price offer from them just for comparison reasons. Then I'm going to show you reality. So you get a full price $1 million offer from Zillow, which, again, you're not going to get. But here's the key. Opendoor, this one right here, Opendoor, the biggest iBuyer in the country, the Career Compass in 2019 was the only company in history of real estate to have Opendoor on our stage 3 times for a debate. And we beat them up every single time. It was brilliant. It was awesome. But one of the things that came out in that debate was the fact that their service charges or relationship fees, I don't even know what that is. What's a relationship fee? A relationship fee. I think that's exactly what my ex-wife's lawyer used. I don't know. Okay. This is a relationship fee, Mr. Pendel. Okay, fine. Relationship fees. Here's what they do. They can advertise it as commission-free because they call it something else. What do they call it? They call it a relationship fee. The average service charge or relationship fee that Open Door or Zillow charges, the average is 7.5%. What? Now, for those of you who are bad at math, you're probably thinking, well, wait a minute, 7.5%? That's more than I'm charging in commission. You're right, it is, but that's not where it stops, because here's what you're going to think. You think, well, I'm charging 5% on the listing, and Zillow and Open Door are going to charge 7.5%. So, all right, that's pretty close, but that's not what's going on. Watch this. Here is the 7.5% right there, $75,000. So you, as a realtor, think that the 5% goes away because now the commission's 7.5. They're just calling it a service fee. It doesn't. Ready? I want everybody to hear this. If you were texting your kids or whatever, okay, Bertha, right here. Bertha, right here. Listen up, okay? See that $75,000? That does not cover your listing commission. I want everybody to hear that. It does not cover your commission. It only covers the buy side. All that $75,000 goes back to Zillow and Open Door. Okay? So you think the seller is going to get $925. Look, seller, it's about $25,000 difference. What a great deal. Wrong. You still have to go back to your seller for your 2.5% on top of it. So it's not 7.5%, it's 10%. And that's on a full price offer, which you'll never get. Now, here is what happens in reality, because this is on a full price offer. Here's what happens in reality. Zillow and Open Door, on average, buy houses that are $1 million for about $920 grand. That's the discount. So they buy a house lower than its comps, then they take their fees off. That's why it's so detrimental to the seller. So let's go over the numbers again, shall we? 920 is the offer from Zillow. Okay, then they take 7.5% out, which is $69,000 in this case. So you think your seller's getting $851, right? Wrong. That would be a bad deal to start with, but they're still not getting that because don't you want to be paid? Don't you want your commission? There's your commission right there, $23,000. So the seller's actually getting $828. Now, here are apples to apples comparison. Here's bought with a realtor. Here's bought with Open Door or Zillow or any other iBuyers. What's the difference? Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the difference is $122,000 out of your pocket. I'm going to let that sink in. $122,000 out of the seller's pocket, plus a reduction in comp rates in the area. What? That's insane. Now, at this point in this video or PowerPoint presentation, whatever you want to use for your listings, at this point, most sellers will be like, all right, forget it. Forget it. What do you got? Let's just list your house. I want to do this. Obviously you do. However, some of your sellers might think, thank you for bringing Zillow and Open Door to my attention. I didn't know they would do this. So if I'm going to get rid of the buyer's agent and not have him buy my house with his buyer, why not just get rid of you too, right? Let's just get rid of the listing agent and get rid of your commission and just sell straight to Zillow and Open Door. Now it's more profitable to me, they think. Wrong. This is the key. Even on a full price offer from Zillow and Open Door, which you won't get, it's still $25,000 more expensive to go with iBuyers. And on a realistic offer, it's $99,000 more expensive. This is the key point. Now watch this. Many of you in a listing presentation are going to say to your sellers, oh, well, don't go with an iBuyer. Don't go with a discounter. They might be cheaper, but I'm better. Wrong. Wrong. Yes, you are better. Clearly, you have more benefits than an iBuyer or a discounter. But guess what? You're also cheaper. And now you can show it to the seller numerically, not just, oh, I work really hard for my commission and I know your dad, blah, 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 blah. Forget that. Numerically, you can show them you can put more money in their pocket. And this is even without using the 7% technique. Unbelievable. There you go. You are better. And guess what? You're also cheaper. Realtors are the highest value, lowest cost option to sell a house, period, end of story. Now you can prove it to them. There's tool number one. Here's tool number two. Tool number two is a spreadsheet that we designed for you. And by the way, this is just one of dozens of spreadsheets that we have to absolutely kill any of your competition. Let me show you this one. This is what I call the exclamation spreadsheet. Here's how it works. All you do, and you can, and you're a Career Compass member or C4 member, you can download this anytime you want. Here's the $1 million property, okay? $1 million. All you do is type in the value of the property right there. Then all you do is type in what they owe on the house, either the first lien, second lien, all money's owed on the house, the mortgage, whatever it is. So all monies that are owed on the house, right there, approximate money owed on the property. You hit enter and it automatically, because it's an Excel spreadsheet, it automatically calculates what? Their equity, the value of the house minus what they owe on it, their equity. Now the question is this, how much of their equity do they get depending on what way they go and list? Well, they can list with you, they can list with another realtor, or they can go with an iBuyer like Zillow or Open Door, right? What this does, this already has all the formulas in it. This takes all the known information about all the iBuyers out there, all the discounts, and formulates a range of how much of that equity they'll get in their pocket by using this particular thing. Now, on the box on the left, the red box, what that shows is down here at the bottom, okay, 100 to 330. That is the range that they can expect to get, low and high, by using an iBuyer. Now, look at the box in the middle, the gray box. That is what they can expect, a range, 302, okay, to 302 to 397. That's the range they can expect by going with your competition, some other broker or realtor than you. The box on the right, the green box, is what they can expect if they go with you when you use tools and techniques like the 7% technique, which we'd be happy to teach you right there. Yours is 339 to 433. Now, think about this. Right there, it shows a numeric way of showing how little they'll get if they go with an iBuyer, how little they're going to get with your competition, how much they're going to get with you. I call this exclamation point because right after you show them this, you're going to say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, sign on the line that is dotted, and we're going to get started tonight. That's right there. It's just another tool. Now, think about this, okay? Can a realtor start with an iBuyer and then change their mind later after the house sells? No. But if they start with you over here on this green box, and it doesn't work, which it does, because it always works, right? We'll show you that. It always works, and it doesn't work. Can they go to another broker or an iBuyer? Sure they can. So they can go this way, but they can't go this way. So it's always behooves them to start with you. And when they start with you, they're going to end with you because you're a great realtor, and we're going to teach you how to be a great realtor. Here's the third tool. Ready for this? These are called crush sheets. Now, I want to start this by telling you a quick 30-second story about a girl that just called me from San Francisco about 3 weeks ago who had a mutual friend. She wasn't a Career Compass member, but her mutual friend was. And she goes, oh, you got to call Wellington from the Career Compass. She had just lost a listing, did not get it because Zillow, Redfin came in, and the seller was considering Redfin instead of her because they have the 1%, right? So basically, and she couldn't match it. She said, oh, I can't do it for 1%. So they went with Redfin. So what I did is I showed her something called a crush sheet, which basically shows point by point by point all of the things that these iBuyers and discounters do that most people don't know about. So I went through the Redfin crush sheet, like this one right here, point by point. She goes, Wellington, if I would have known what you just showed me, I would have beat Redfin. So this one piece of paper would have showed her exactly how to beat Redfin coming and going. And we have one of these for every single online platform and discounter out there. So let me show you. So for example, let's say that your seller says, oh, well, Wellington, I'm going to go ahead and use Zillow because, I want to avoid commissions or whatever they say. Well, Zillow current offers are coming in. First off, it's now a non-MLS based auction site until they put it on the MLS after they buy it from you, okay, at a discount. Next, offers start low and move up if Zillow really wants the house. Number 3. Zillow's offers come in between 3 and 30% below comps. So, Mr. Seller, the best you're ever going to do with Zillow is 3% below the value of your house before their fees. The worst you're going to do is about 30%. Can you imagine buying a $1 million house for $700,000? Unbelievable. After the offer is accepted, then they lowball the offer. Then they take out their 6 to 12% fees. So, in other words, the seller only gets 88 to 94 of the offer price, which is already low. Let me give you an important example here, okay? Zillow offer before it takes out their service fee of 6 to 12%. Now, $500,000 house. Let's say that they offer you 9% below comps, very common. And they take an 8% service fee out, very common. Here's the numbers. First, take out $500,000 minus 9% is $455. Then they take out their 8% is $418,600. So in other words, before repair requests, can't talk today. Okay. Before repairs and before all the other expenses, it's $418,000 before they even get started going down. Now, can you imagine you listing this $500,000 house using the 7% technique and getting $520, $525, $530? The difference is $100,000 on a $500,000 house. Unbelievable, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Okay. Now, again, this is before repairs and other things. If the seller already had it with an agent already, okay, then they're going to take another 2.5% out if they want to go with Zillow at that point. And transactions handled by dot loop. We can get into that later. So can you imagine a seller saying, I'm going to go with Zillow, and then seeing all this, they're like, okay, never mind, I don't want to go with Zillow. So there's the one for Zillow. There's the one for HomeBay. There's the Really. There's the Redfin. There's Open Door. There's Unlock. There's Rex. And we got 5 or 6 more. You are going to have these, okay? You are going to have these in your listing presentation, okay? being able to pull up at any time in your listing book and everywhere else. So you can pull these up at any time. So no matter what the seller says, you can beat any iBuyer and discounter out there. And then after that, all you got to do is beat the other realtor, which that's easy, especially with the tools and techniques we're going to show you. So there's your third tool. So with that being said, I want to show you this. Many of you are like, well, Wellington, I haven't been to your seminar and I don't know about the 7% technique. Let me show you just an example done in Orange County. I want to talk about a tough market, Orange County, California, Laguna Niguel. This is a realtor who actually listed a house that got very little activity on it whatsoever. Then he added the 7% technique. Watch this. This is a real person. You can look him up. His name is Bill Kanoki with Christy Kanoki in Laguna Niguel, California. Okay, watch this. But listen to this. We just had a sale of a house that you have, Bill, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, tell the folks what happened to you by applying the 7% technique.
We had a house that was for sale for $500,000. We had no offers on it. We had the client agree to the 7% price because I told him there would be a buying frenzy if we could get the price up to 7%. Within 1 hour after putting the 7% listing on the MLS, we had 10 calls on it, and we got an all-cash offer between the people who wanted to buy it of $595,000 closed escrow in 1 day.
Okay. That is the difference between putting a listing on the market, okay, and hoping for the best, which, by the way, putting on a listing on the market right now and hoping for the best is fine because you got no inventory. Is that going to last forever? Can you rely on the fact that interest rates are going to be low and the inventory is going to be low forever? Because let me ask you a quick question. Good market or bad market? Do you think that customer will ever go with anybody but him ever again? Not a chance. Not a chance. Okay? And that customer's friends and family they're going to insist on going with him all the time. That is called new value. That is called leveling up as a realtor. Can you do that? If you can do that, you're ready for the future. If you can't do that, Career Compass is your answer because we're going to show you exactly how to do that because just listing on the MLS and hoping for my relationship, yay, isn't going to work anymore because your customers know they got other options. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you exactly the elephant in the room, right? This is the last couple minutes before I talk about Career Compass because I know many of you guys want to know about it, okay? Can Zillow become the new MLS? Well, look at this example. I want everybody to hear this because this is important. Are they planning on becoming the new MLS? And can they? I don't know. I'm going to go back to this. Remember this, the $122,000, and that's you as a listing agent? I'm going to go ahead and move you right up there, and I'm going to move these numbers right up here, okay? So this is what happened if you did sell it to Zillow and Open Door. Ready? Now, here's the house. You sold it to Zillow, right? You got your $23,000. So you're thinking, Wellington, it doesn't matter if Zillow's in charge. It doesn't matter if Zillow's involved. It doesn't matter. Everybody's still I still got my commission, so I don't care. You're going to care in a minute. Watch this. You sold to Zillow using their iBuyer program, but you're thinking, I don't care, Wellington. I got my commission. It's a little less than it normally would be, but I'm fine. I'll take a discount on my income. No, you won't. Not on my watch. Your income should be going up, not down. So you think, oh, well, they're just going to buy it and put it on the MLS because that's what they told you. And look, it's a 2.5% commission going to the buyer's agent, so everybody's fine because the buyer's agent's going to see it in the MLS at 2.5% commission on the buy side being sold by Zillow, and that buyer's agent has a buyer. So look, it's going to be fine. That commission is $25,000 because they're going to sell it for $1 million, aren't they? Not $920. Nope, they're selling for $1 million. So that's good. So look, Wellington, you're wrong. You say I got my commission, he got his commission, all's fine. Is it? Now, Zillow knows that they have all the eyes in the world. More people go to Zillow than any other company in the history of real estate. They have all the buyers. But gee whiz, if they have all the buyers and they're the owner of the house, do they really need the MLS? Ready? Let's talk about it this way. What is stopping Zillow from just buying the house straight from the seller, your customer? Well, they can. It's called an iBuyer, and they do it all the time, don't they? So we're going to go ahead and get rid of you because now Zillow thinks they can buy it straight from the seller, and they can. So there's so much for your commission. Bye-bye. You've been cut out of it. You've been cut out. Well, Wellington, we still have the buy side then, you think. No, you don't. Ready? Zillow goes, wait a minute. I have all the buyers that already come to Zillow. So I'm going to get rid of the 2.5% and I'm not going to put it on the MLS, which gets rid of that and that. So now the buyer who no longer has a buyer's agent because there's no commission motivating the buyer's agent to do anything, buys it straight from Zillow, which they can do because they're a brokerage, and they can do it just based on FSBO laws, can't they? So guess what happens? It goes straight from the seller to the buyer, no MLS, no car, no NAR, no realtors. In the comments, somebody please explain to me how I'm wrong, because I don't think I am. That is what they can do. So regardless of what they're saying they're going to do, this is what they can do, and that's a problem. So for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to show you something that for many of you is going to be the difference between you staying in real estate and failing out of it right now. Okay, so if you want to stay in real estate, give me 10 minutes of your time. If you don't want to stay in real estate, then that's fine, no problem. You can log off now. But if you want to stay in this business and be massively successful in this business, give me 10 minutes. This was an announcement that many of you already saw, and some of you are already involved in. Okay, on 1/1/21, 1 month ago at 5 p.m. Here's what it is. Now, many of you know about Career Compass, but let me ask you a question. If I could bring real estate success to you, your brokerage, your business, or to you individually, would you buy Career Compass lunch for that? Probably would. If the answer to that is yes, stick around. Let me show you what happened last year. The interest rates went down and our business went up because every time the interest rates went down, people wanted to buy the house. How do we keep this continuing on? Here's how. We discovered something. This is our main seminar. Many of you have been to our seminar. Many of you are Career Compass members, and you remember going to this. Some of you on this call are in that crowd right there. Okay, 500-person seminars at 5-star locations, having the time of your life, learning new tools and techniques and awesome stuff, getting your license renewed through our third-party affiliate company that comes in and does it on their own. Okay, now the question is, are you going to have any of your live seminars this year, Wellington? The answer is yes. But we're going to be having them in Nevada because of COVID. So what I'm going to be showing you not only allows you to still get the live seminar, but allows you to have all the benefits and never leave your house. So hold on. So we're going to be having Reno, Tahoe, and Las Vegas. Those are already on our website. For those of you who want to go to the live seminar. Now, in 2022, we hope to be able to come back to California if Gavin Newsom or whoever's in at that time, okay, allows seminars of that size to happen. And many of you have our greatest hits. Now, what is the greatest hits? The greatest hits, this kind of side note, is all the tools and techniques, over 100 different tools and techniques, like the 7% technique, which is 1 out of 100, by the way, in a recorded format so you can listen to them over and over and over again, which is brilliant stuff. Many of you already have those. If you don't have those, don't worry. We'd be happy to provide those to you. Now, here's what we've discovered in real estate. There's 2 types of training. Okay? There's the Career Compass and everybody else. So here's the Career Compass. Okay? All these great tools and techniques like the Deal a Week technique. I can show you a technique to get a listing every single week of your life. It won't cost you one dime. We have people doing it right now. It's brilliant stuff. It's great. Okay? The 7% technique, mentioned that many times. Okay? The lunch bunch, okay? The lawyer letter, the EAT, the PAT, and the other 100 techniques that we teach. Okay? So there's tremendous content. We have tools and techniques and processes for realtors that most realtors have never even heard of before. Even you top producers out there, we can teach you to take your business to the next level. So if you've plateaued in your life, this is the key right here, because you won't find this kind of stuff at any other training anywhere, and we've been proving it for there. Hey, Julie, I have the greatest hits. Yay, Julie, awesome. Okay, but here's the thing: we don't have. We never had coaching. Now, here's why. At this point in real estate, if you want to be in this business, you not only need great content, but you need a mentor, somebody or a group of people showing you exactly how to take that content and move it and integrate it into your daily life. Because how many people out there have learned something that you never integrated? You walk by a book or a program sitting on your desk, you go, oh, I need to do that. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm comfortable with. The problem is learning great tools and techniques, but integrating them into your daily real estate life. That's key. So at this point in real estate, especially with what Zillow's doing, you absolutely must be able to integrate great tools and techniques into your daily life. So that's what Career Compass will now be doing. But hold on, let me show you what other trainings. So every other seminar out there, no disrespect, but every other training seminar, I've been to all of them 100 times. Okay, they teach send out your mailers, right? Send out your mailers. Oh, do your cold calling. Yeah, right. Like anybody here wants to do that. Number 3, how about your door knocking? Make sure you do your door knocking. Can't even do that right now, nor would you want to in the first place. Okay? Or just bother your database at Thanksgiving dinner and bore the heck out. A good friend of mine named Marguerite Crispillo, I'll mention her in a minute, wonderful lady. Ready? She said, most realtors get in the business long enough to piss off their friends and family, and then they get out. Don't be that. Don't be that realtor. So basically, they have no content that you don't already know. But what they say is, hey, want to be successful in real estate? These other companies do. Pay us $1,000 a month in coaching. $1,000 a month. Okay? So there's the 2 types. Now, Is coaching the answer? The answer is absolutely not. Here's why. 93% of people who were in coaching said it was too expensive for what they got. Almost 80% of coaching clients did not renew their contract for the coaching contract the next year. And they probably wouldn't have continued and gone through the entire year that they signed for if they didn't have to, because they realized it was terrible. But they were in a contract they couldn't get out of. Next, almost all coaching is done by somebody other than the person you bought coaching from. I don't understand that. You buy coaching from this guy and you get it from this guy. And guess what? Most of these guys over here have no idea what they're doing in real estate. I just met a coach. This lady was a coach for $1,000 clients for one of the 3 major real estate coaching companies in California and the United States. Okay, I'm not gonna mention which one it was. This coach was coaching $1,000 clients. She had never been a realtor, never had a license, never transacted a property, has never been in the industry, had no idea what she was doing in real estate. She was a Jenny Craig salesman. Why would you want coaching from that? That's the problem with coaching. And most coaching is just reminding you of what you already know in the first place. It's like accountability. It's like holding your hand. Do you really need that? So what's the answer? That right there. C4. You're thinking, Wellington, is this coaching? It is so different and so much more than your average coaching. So let me show you this. This is going to blow your mind. Ready? This is nothing like anything that's ever been in real estate before. That's why we have hundreds of people just in a month already involved in this. What does it stand for? Career Compass, obviously. Yeah, that's us. Okay. Concierge Connection. It's a suite. It's a package of different benefits that go way beyond just coaching. It's unbelievable. And by the way, here's also what it is. It's a community. That's the fifth C, community. Do you feel like your associations are representing you? If you do, you're probably not paying attention, with all due respect, because I got news for you. They're not. We have hundreds of agents. This is going to be growing to thousands, if not tens of thousands. And this is the new way of doing real estate. This is the new community that's taking back to this industry, because this industry has been taken from you, and the people who are supposed to be representing you aren't. They're not helping you. Have you seen the realtor ad campaign from last year? This is who we are, as in are. We're realtors. Here's who we are. It's pathetic. It's totally pathetic. It doesn't do anything to show the average consumer the unbelievable fees and gouging that the iBuyers are doing. It doesn't do anything for us. So if you feel unrepresented, I got news for you. This is your new community, like hundreds already have. Let me show you the benefits. This will just make you crazy. You're going to get it. Boy, if you're not excited after this, then you're asleep. Ready? So what it does, it incorporates all the benefits of traditional coaching, if there is any benefits, like the accountability, like the increase in volume. However, we don't have coaches. Oh no, we have masters. No Jenny Craig salesman here. We have people who have been in real estate for 10, 20, 30, 40, sometimes even longer number of years, who are masters at knowing exactly how to mentor you. So you get mentoring with masters, right? And by the way, here's the key. None of the cost of traditional coaching. And you get master coaching. Now, here's the first thing. Ready? The first thing you're going to get is something called mentoring with masters, like I mentioned. We don't have one coach who used to sell Jenny Craig. We have 6 masters of real estate who are absolutely the top of the industry in their area of real estate, okay? This man's had 42 years of experience, okay? This guy right here is the #1 coach in the state of California for the senior market, which is a gold mine. Oh my God, I can't believe more people, they just don't know how to get into it. He'll teach you. This lady right here will show you exactly how to set up your website and do social media so you beat everybody. We have the experts. We're Career Compass. So every month you get mentoring with the masters the 4th day of the week, which is Wednesday, on the 4th week of the month at 4 o'clock for C4. You can't miss it. How cool is that? Okay, you're going to get one of these people every single month. You get 2 live sessions, just like regular coaching, but so much better. Now, the next live session, see, that's your first live session. This is your second one. Learning with Legends. Now, let me ask you a quick question. How would you like to have a personal live interaction with the best realtors in the history of real estate? You couldn't get that no matter what you paid. We've got it. See that lady right there? That's Marguerite Crispillo. She's done 4,000 transactions in her life. She's going to be live with you. She's going to teach you exactly what she did. And you can back her up, stop, ask questions, as you can with both of the sessions. They're live sessions. You are on a Zoom call. None of this phone call stuff. You're going to be just like this, okay? With legends, face to face. It's awesome. This lady's Carol Hacker. If you don't know who Carol Hacker is, oh my God. She's one of the greatest real estate managers in the history of real estate. And she is a dear friend of the Career Compass and can't wait to teach you live This is Tom Daves. I just texted him the other day. He's like, Wellington, I can't wait for this awesome program of yours. This was like back in December. Okay? This man has done 7,000 transactions. If you listed the best realtors, the top realtors in the history of real estate in California, the top 10 in the history of real estate, he'd be in it. You're going to meet him live. Can you imagine that? All these people, every single month, you're going to get a live session with the masters and a live session with the legends. Now, number 3, a yearly full day tune-up. This is you right here. You're going to get a full one-on-one tune-up with any of our masters every single year. You're going to get the monthly ones as well, but every year we're going to have a one-on-one day with you where you get to manage and set up the next year to make sure you're heading in the right direction. Invaluable. We also have something that nobody has ever even thought of before. Masters on Demand. What is that? You are going to have a dedicated phone line, a dedicated line that we will text you. You can text back. You can call us. A dedicated line straight to our company. And you can speak to any of our masters anytime you want. On-demand master coaching. Boy, no company has that. It's unbelievable. Now, next. This, if you ever miss one of our sessions with the masters or with the legends, no problem. They're all recorded just for you. So if you miss one because you're having a listing or you're doing a closing, no problem. All the tools and techniques are recorded for you, so you can go back to any of the sessions that you missed and learn anything that you want to. You can go back and review them. You can go back and see ones that you missed, so you never miss anything. So you go back to the ones that you may have missed, and guess what? If you have questions, call Masters on Demand. It's just like being there. So you never miss training. It's fantastic. It's a complete library of all the tools and techniques. Ready? Number 6, actual referrals to your business. Nope, not just leads, referrals. What do I mean by that? The Career Compass has 27,000 members. Anytime we get a referral in, it's automatically going to a C4 member. So we're not just going to give you leads. We're going to actually give you deals that all you have to do is follow up on, and they're done. Okay? And there's 3 ways. Number 1, we have a proprietary system called Listing Booster. We have another one right from our own company, and the other members of C4. All are opportunities for you to get referrals while you're in this. It's amazing. Number 7, this is what our seminar looks like when we open the door. Okay? Ready? Not for you. At any of our live seminars, Nevada, California, any of them, you have reserved seatings. If you went to Tony Robbins, you'd have to pay hundreds of dollars to get up front. Not with C4. If you're in C4, you get to get in before everybody else and pick any seat you want, and it's roped off. Okay, a nice tablecloth. We're going to have cocktail service. We'll see about that. Some of them we will. Okay, just for you, reserve seating at any of our events. Also, at our events, before the event, you will get a private C4 reception. Well, this is going to be you. And who's going to be there? All of the master mentors. So all these people who are coaching you and teaching you live through Zoom are going to be live, and you could shake their hand, talk to them, ask them questions, but not just that, but also many of the legends will be there. Can you imagine standing there with Carol Hacker, one of the greatest managers of all time, or Tom Morehouse, one of the best? Can you imagine sitting there and talking to these people in person? You can't get that no matter what you paid. You're getting it with C4. Now, here's boy, it's getting good, isn't it? Let me ask you a question. If I Googled your city and the word realtor, where would you come up on a Google search? How about page 35 if you're lucky? Okay, guess what? You're going to have a profile on our website, on the Career Compass website. Again, we have 27,000 members. We get tens of thousands of hits every single month. What does this do? Here's your profile on our website, not your website, our website. And people can find you, like you, follow you, and go to your website from ours. Think about that, okay? So there's you, there's your information, all about there's a video of you doing real estate. Here's what this does. There's this thing called search algorithms. That decides where you show up, or any company shows up on Google. That's how they decide, okay? It's called metadata. If you are featured on another website, especially a big website, with your profile and your information, with links to yours, it moves you up in Google searches. So this right here, I mean, this alone is worth it. This will move you up in Google searches. You can't buy that kind of marketing. You get that just with C4. And number 10 and 11, your DRE renewal and your car and NAR ethics requirement done through our third-party affiliate company. We have lots of them. Everybody wants to work with us through our third-party affiliate company at any time you need, because everybody renews at a different time. So if you need your renewal done, guess what? You just give us a call, text us with your dedicated line. Boom, you got it. Or your car and our ethics. That's all included, no charge whatsoever. That's included with your C4 membership. Amazing, okay? So again, through a third-party affiliate company, awesome. Now, so here's a little synopsis here. Ready? Mentoring with the masters every month live. Learning with the legends every month live. Okay, a one-on-one yearly tune-up of your business. Number 4, masters on demand. Call us anytime you like during business hours. We'll help you with any tools and techniques that Career Compass teaches. Okay, complete video of all the tools and techniques that we do. You never miss one. Okay, also actual referrals to your business, deals to your business. Okay, 7, reserve seating at any of our live seminars. C4 receptions at all of our live seminars. Sit there and learn with the masters in person. It's amazing. Your profile on our website, moving you up in Google. NAR car ethics requirement, as well as your DRE renewal done through our third-party affiliate company. Okay? Now, most coaching programs are $1,000 a month, and they don't even have the benefits we have. All they have is coaching with some Jenny Craig salesman twice a month, and they charge $1,000 for it. Most group coaching, which is even worse, okay, is $500 a month, maybe $250 if you could find somebody really inexpensive. Okay, ready? None of that applies to C4. Ready for this? This is our thank you. This is why this is going to be the biggest community in real estate. We are taking back this business, and we are now going to get represented. This is a concierge system, a package of benefits that you're going to have for the rest of your life. You want to know why? Ready for this? This is going to blow your mind. $19 a month. No, not 1,900. No, not 19,000. 19. It would be worth 19,000, and it's $19. It's basically lunch. It's basically a cocktail. Let me ask you a question. Okay, as loud and obnoxious as I am, if I could bring real estate training, success, guaranteed volume to you in a community that you must be part of if you want to be in real estate, would you buy me a cocktail? If the answer is yes, there it goes. Because if you have an $8 beer and I have an $8 bill, you leave a $3 tip, that's $19. That's what this costs every month. It's insane. Oh, by the way, no contract. You're not locked in for a year. You're not locked in at all. If you want to quit, you can quit anytime you want. You want to know why we say that? You'll never quit. There's no way. The benefits that we give you, the community we're going to bring you, you'd never quit for that kind of money. If it was 10 times that, you'd never quit. This is going to be your program for the rest of your life. And boy, we are going to pick up where, should we say, some other associations dropped off, because this is what you need as realtors. Here's our challenge for you. If you're already in coaching, stay in it, but do ours too. You'll get more volume, more closes, and more information to make you a better realtor from us than your $1,000 a month coaching, or we'll refund it every dime. Try us for 6 months. If you're not in coaching, try us just for 6 months. See what happens to your business. If you're not happy, quit anytime you'd like. There's no contract. I guarantee you'll never quit. This is the community that realtors need at this point in real estate. It's amazing. Now, want that spreadsheet we showed you? There it is. Okay. Want that video we showed you? There it is. Want the crush sheets? There they are. And there's hundreds of more things, folks. Tons of more things. So what do you do? Here's how you do it. You can scan that QR code. There's 3 ways to become involved in this. And guys, what are you risking? Honestly, I want to ask you a quick question. What are you risking? $19? If your career is not worth $19 to take back this business, you're already out, folks. Take back this business, and now you can for next to nothing. And this will do it for you. 3 ways, okay? The first thing you can do is scan that QR code. Number 2, you can go to thecareercompass.com. But don't worry about that. You know that chat box right over here? The chat box that's down here? Open your chat box. It's not already there. Okay, open that chat box. There's a link. Click it right now. Just click that link right there in the chat box right now. It's right there. It's right there. It's down here. Wherever your chat box is, just click that link. You go straight to the C4 sign-up page. There's more information there. Again, there's no obligation. Get some more information. Click to join. And what are you risking again? $19. Folks, if this doesn't make sense to you, then nothing in real estate's ever going to. I used to think that the Career Compass Success Seminar that you pay once and you get to come back for free for life was the greatest deal in the history of real estate. And I was right up until this. This is even better than that. Okay, we've been doing this kind of thing for 12 years, and we've been shocking the industry for 12 years. This is the future of real estate. This is your future. And now you can do it for next to nothing with no risk of any kind. The downside of this is 0. The upside of this is absolutely everything. So can you afford not to be in this? I don't think so, because hundreds, if not thousands, are going to be in this and already are. And they're getting the tools and techniques, and they're getting represented where you won't get represented if you're not part of this. And we want you to be part of this, folks. We want you to be part of this club. We want you to be part of this community. We want you to come to the seminars. We want you to be on the monthly coaching and the monthly legends every single month. This is the new community in real estate, and we're the only company that can bring it to you. All right, so what I'm going to do is go ahead right here, click, 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 click right here, click, 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 click. So there's the chat box. Just click the link and get into this for $19. I mean, would you not buy Career Compass a drink? Okay. All right. Now, I've been asked to explain the difference between lifetime membership and C4. Okay. We basically have 3 products. Let me start with the first one. The first one is what many of you already have, which is a lifetime membership to the Career Compass. You paid $195 one time, and now you can come to any of our live seminars, the 2.5-day live award-winning big party seminars, awesome seminars, okay, in Nevada, California, anywhere we have them, for free, for life, forever. That's a Career Compass membership. Many of you already have that, okay? That's product number 1. Product number 2 is C4. What that does, C4 is a standalone product, or you can have it with your membership, either way, okay? A standalone product that basically every month you get all the benefits that I just talked about, all the things I just talked about, the live mentoring, the live coaching, the live learning with legends, the yearly thing, all the great benefits I just described. That's C4 for the $19, okay? Every month, okay? Ongoing, unbelievable, no contract whatsoever. The third product we have is what I mentioned before, which is the Career Compass Greatest Hits, which is actual recording on disc, flash drive, and downloads. You get all 3 of them. Okay, so if you want to hear every single one of our tools and techniques, like drinking from a fire hose, you can get the greatest hits. Now, I'll say this: can you have a C4 membership with a Career Compass regular membership? Of course, and many of you will. Think about your Career Compass membership gets you into any live seminar for free for life. Okay, you never pay again. The C4 membership basically takes all that training, gives you more training, and incorporates it into your daily Career Compass, should we say career life. I should say Career Compass will incorporate all that great content into your daily real estate life. Greatest hits, every single one of our tools, like drinking from a fire hose, here you go. Okay, so there you go. Okay, they work together and they also work separately. Can you just buy the greatest hits? Absolutely. Can you just have a C4 membership? Absolutely. Can you just have a Career Compass membership for the live seminars? Absolutely. Can you have 2 of them? Absolutely. Can you have 3 of them? Absolutely. All of them work together, but all of them stand alone. And they all have different benefits and different things they bring to you at prices, guys, that you won't see anywhere. All of our products combined, all of them, all 3 of them I just described, is less than 1 month of crap coaching from somebody who doesn't know what they're doing in real estate. Can you imagine? I never realized that. All of our products together, all of it, literally making you can never be beat in real estate, is less expensive than 1 month of crappy coaching from some of these other companies. That's unbelievable. I never said that before. I never added up. I should be good at math. I'm not. Think about that. All of us is less than 1 month of crappy
Terry's still a little confused. Let her know that yes, to get the monthly stuff, there is the $19 fee.
Okay. If you're a Career Compass member and you want C4, it's $19 a month. If you can't afford that, then we've got to fix your business. Guys, so yes, okay, if you want all the coaching, all the mentoring, and the learning with legends, it's $19 a month. Okay, and if that's too much for you, please join, because we've got to fix your business. We got to fix it. Okay, $19 should be like pocket change, nothing, just pocket change. Okay, so yes, for all you Career Compass members out there, join C4, please, at $19 a month. You need it. You got to have it. It takes all that great training and moves it into your daily life. So yes, and again, $19. If it was $1,900, it would still be worth it. But it's $19. It's literally nothing. Okay, so okay, now I guess I have a question. The greatest hits. If you want to buy the greatest hits, okay, yes, they're usually $595. Not for you, because you're on this and because it's COVID. $295 for the entire 112 techniques, and we keep giving you more as time goes by because you get updates on them all the time, continually. $295. Again, if you bought a Career Compass membership plus the greatest hits plus C4, it's still less than 1 month of crappy coaching. This is the future of real estate. End of story. It's just my opinion, but I'm right as usual. So yes, get into C4, guys. Hey, you all have a bunch of money anyway. You just had the best year of your life. Make sure that continues. This is not expensive. Okay, this business takes investment. You take investment. You spend more on your car every month than you do on your brain that makes the money that pays for that car. Most of us have a $500 car payment. How much money have you invested in your brain into coaching, mentoring, improving your world, your brain that makes you money? Can you say that you invest $500 a month? Probably. That's what you put in your car, but now you get it for $19. It's unbelievable. All of our product combined is less than 1 car payment. Unbelievable.
Now, some people are questioning about pushing back against NAR and CAR. So I don't know if anything's going on with that, but maybe talk about
Okay.
our first mentoring with the
Pushing
mentor.
back on car-and-R. We are not pushing back on car-and-R, okay? We are not saying that you should not be a car-and-R member. Now, many of you don't know that you do not have to be a car member to have a subscription at the MLS. Those are two separate things. Most of your brokerages put them together and you pay your dues all at one time. That's why you think they're associated. That's actually two. It's a membership at CAR and a subscription at the MLS. Those two things are separate, but they put them together. I'm not saying to push back on car-and-R. What I'm saying is this community right here is what's going to be the entity that's going to push back on the brokers to make car-and-R represent us. This is a community. You can individually push back on the brokers, but we've been talking about that for 10 years. Oh, well, the brokers need to push back on the local boards and make them represent us, and that's going to make CAR do it, and that's going to make NAR do it. Never happens. What you need is a community of realtors that's all pushing back on CAR and NAR so they start representing us, and this is how to do it. So we are going to be pushing back on CAR and NAR, not to rescind our memberships or anything else like that, okay? You don't have to do that, but to make them stand up and represent us because they're not doing it right now. They're not representing us in the way that we want to be represented. Does anybody here feel that way? I know I do. I've been in this business for 30 years. 30 years. Look at me. Look at my face. It's like a train hit it, okay? I'm not young anymore. My point is, they're not representing us. We need to push back on them, and we're going to be able to do it. But here's the thing, guys. Let's say that CAR and NAR continue to just partner with Zillow and not represent us. You're going to be put out there in the cold, you know, in the desert, whatever. You're going to be, you know, left, okay? Not with C4. We are going to teach you how to have a thriving real estate business regardless of whether CAR and NAR represent us. You are going to have the tools and techniques. You are going to be able to show your sellers and your buyers that you bring value way above the average realtor and way, way above an iBuyer. This is what I'm talking about. Those who learn what we're going to teach you will be able to take the future by the hand and move into it. The rest of them are going to be at the mercy of Zillow. Do you want to be at the mercy of Zillow? This is the anti-Zillow right here. We're going to show you not to be at the mercy of Zillow. And by the way, what's it cost you? 19 bucks and you can quit anytime you want? Insanity. If this doesn't make sense to you, nothing is ever going to. We need to take this back. And we need to make sure that we get represented one way or another. Next question.
So, good question here. If we don't pay both CRMLS and CAR, we lose access to valuable tools.
Okay, wrong. If we don't pay both CRMLS and CAR, we lose valuable tools. Please give me a list of valuable tools that you get from your CRMLS and your CAR and NAR memberships. Now, CRMLS, you have to have access to this if you want to list your house on CRMLS. Please give me a list of things that you get from CAR and NAR. Zip forms. There's where the list ends, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion, but you know, I've been in real estate for a long time. Okay? Zip forms. But that's about it. Are they giving you these kind of benefits? No. You basically get zip forms, some representation legally if you ever get sued, which basically they just say, okay, better check with your lawyer. That's basically what I've heard. Okay. And that's about the extent of it right there. Okay. So this, okay, yeah, Terry. Hey, Terry, how you doing? Okay. So my point is, no, they're never going to give you these benefits. Doesn't happen. They're never going to create a community. Do you feel like a member of a community as your CAR and NAR membership? I'm not saying to get rid of your CAR and NAR membership. I'm just saying, do you feel represented? Do you feel like you're part of a community? Well, people in C4 definitely feel like a community, okay? Even more than just regular Career Compass members who always come to our seminars. And by the way, don't wait to come to one of our seminars, guys. We're going to have them in Nevada. Take a little time off. Take your spouse out there. Have some fun. Join us in Nevada in 2021. And we'll be back in California in 2022. All right. Now, Sonia says my license expires in March 8th. No, it does not. All California licenses are now been extended to June 30th by Gavin Newsom, but don't wait, okay? If you're in C4, we will go ahead and have our third-party affiliate company renew your license anytime you want. They'll send you through the process. They'll hold your hand. It's very simple. It's one of the easiest, fastest ways to renew in the state of California through our third-party affiliate company. They are fantastic, wonderful people. So your license is not due on March 8th, Sonia. It's actually due on June 30th, but don't wait. Be part of C4, get it done. Come to the seminars, come to the mentoring, come to the training, live Zooms every single month, and learn how to do this business. And by the way, folks, if many of you are like, oh, I'm just interested in renewing my license. If you're only interested in renewing your license, get out of this business because they're going to put you out of business anyway. You're not going to need a license. Either you learn tools and techniques to beat Zillow, or you're not going to need a license in the first place. That's about as honest as I can put it. This is time. They dropped the bomb 2 weeks ago. They dropped the bomb. You need to react to it. Okay, you can either lay down and let them roll over you, or you can learn things that make it so your customers will never list and never go through an iBuyer or a discounter. There's your options. This is much better. All right, next question if we have one. Okay, do I need to be, okay, hold on. Do I need to be part of C4 to renew my license? There's 2 ways to renew your license. Number 1, if you're a Career Compass member, through our live seminar, where our third-party affiliate comes into our live seminar, you can do it that way. So our live seminar has the ability, if you're a member of our live seminar program, you can get your license renewed, whether you're at the seminar or not. We have a third-party affiliate company that does that. I want to make that very clear. The other way, if you want to do it virtually, okay, right on your computer, you do it through C4. So for those of you who have a Career Compass membership and a C4 membership, you're going to have 2 ways to renew, either through our seminar program or through our C4 program, or both. You have those options, okay? So, but you must be part of one of our programs to at least do that. So my encouragement to you, if you're going to be in real estate, get into C4. That's why it's priced so inexpensively.
Do we have ethics training?
Yes, ethics, yes. Yes, ethics, yes. Ethics certificate, yes. Okay, you will get your ethics certificate through our third-party affiliate company that will provide your ethics. The answer to that is yes, yes, and yes. Okay.
No, it's not due until the end of the year.
But it's not due until the end of this year. Okay. I actually want to cut out real quick for like 30 seconds because I want my man Tony Veruvides to basically say something. So Tony, if you could unmute yourself, say anything you want. Tony has been a member of Career Compass for about 10 years and a member of C4 since the very first day. So Tony, tell the group anything you'd like to say.
Well, I mean, the only thing I'd like to say is that we learned, my partner and I learned so many tools, especially the 7% technique that we couldn't have learned anywhere else. I mean, we didn't know, basically, we were like everybody else saying to ourselves, oh my God, how are we going to get a listing, and how are we going to get a listing at 5%, at 6%, because everybody else was undercutting us to 5%. And the simple solution was for us to charge 7%. As crazy as it sounds, that was the best solution because it made us get more for the sellers. And we've been using so many techniques. The lawyer's letters we're using a lot of techniques, okay? And we still haven't gone through all of them. Can you imagine if we do that? I'm telling everybody this is the way to go, and this is the best way to actually thrive in the business. So to all of you, to Beef, to Donna, to everybody at Career Compass, thank you for basically teaching us different ways to do business, the proper way to do business. And you know what? What I've told Beef a lot of times is that I wish more people would sort of go and tell other realtors, guys, don't lower your commission basis, because all you're doing is destroying yourself. You're destroying what we stand for. You know, whoever lowers their commission basis to 5-6%, they're making us look cheap. Basically, we become car salesmen at that particular point. So that's all I can say, Beef, right now.
All right, Tony, thank you for that. Tony's always good for a comment. That guy's wonderful. Okay, Tony Veruvides from Sacramento, Stanley Real Estate, awesome guy. Awesome guy. I noticed that we have somebody on from Wish Sotheby's in LA. And welcome, by the way, from Sotheby's Wish, who is owned, that business is owned by Ernie Wish, who not only is a great manager, great guy, but he's actually one of our legends. So he's actually going to be somebody who you're going to be able to learn from as part of the learning from the legends. Wonderful, amazing guy, and we look forward to having him on our program. So yeah, anyway, guys, click right here, click right in the box, click to join C4. This is the best program out there, folks. There's nothing like it anywhere in real estate. You can test it out, try it out. I guarantee you're going to love it. And there's no downside to this. There's no contract. We love Ernie Wish. Yay, Dana. Hey, Dana, how you doing? Didn't know if it was you. Hi, Dana. Anyway, yeah, great stuff, okay? We love Ernie, yay. So click and become part of C4, guys. There's no downside whatsoever, and it probably will be the one distinct difference between success in this business and getting out of this business, even though you don't want to. Because what Zillow did 2 weeks ago, they dropped the bomb and they tried to downplay, oh, we're going to have a direct IDX feed and now we are part of CRMLS and we are a brokerage. Oh, and we're going to be joining NAR and CAR. But they tried to downplay it. Anytime a company like that tries to downplay something, it's huge, okay? It is huge. Thank you, Grace, for a wonderful comment. Any other quick questions? And again, click right on the button. There's a link right there. Okay. There's a link right there.
Link. I think someone's trying to ask. Go ahead.
Hello?
No? Hello. If you have a question, please ask.
Oh, okay. Denise, I'm Denise. What's to stop them, what's to stop like Zillow, or if they have a monopoly on the business, they're forming a monopoly on the business, what's to stop them from like making us all employees?
Okay. Well, number one, you can't be an employee of Zillow unless you consent to that. Okay. It's just like anything else. Okay. They cannot have, well, first off, they're not going to have a monopoly on the entire business. There will always be realtors who have brought their business up to a certain level. If it comes down to the customer, it comes down to the client, meaning the seller or the buyer. Does the seller or the buyer see more value in Zillow, or do they see more value in you? There's what it comes down to, because they can't have a monopoly. That's physically impossible to just say, okay, everybody has to go with Zillow. A seller of a home can pick anybody they want to represent them. If they want Zillow to represent them, okay, fine. Okay, if they think that kind of convenience is worth $122,000, then so be it. But as a realtor, a seller will always have the option of going with an iBuyer or going with a realtor to represent them. If you are able to show that seller that you can put more money in their pocket just as fast as Zillow is doing it, just as easy as Zillow is doing it, and have them down the road in record time with another $122,000 or more in their pocket, that seller has the option of going with you. So this is not going to be a monopoly, okay? And I hope I didn't make that intention. Zillow is a huge, huge, powerful entity. It is. But with tools and techniques that beat Zillow, like the ones I showed you today, you can beat them, and you can be part of the small group of realtors that's going to survive in this business and be millionaires, because that's how it's going to be. In my opinion, if you really want to know how the future of real estate is going to work, here's how it's work, okay? Zillow, Open Door, and all the iBuyers are going to take a huge chunk. The rest of it is going to be represented by high-end, very, very educated, very good realtors who know exactly how to put more money in the seller's pocket. And the seller's going to basically say, okay, do I just want to click away and give away half my equity because of convenience? Or do I want to go with this realtor? Because this realtor knows how to put more money in my pocket. And by the way, if I go with this realtor and they don't do it, I can always still do Zillow. Can I do it the other way? No. And it's our job to learn these tools and techniques, learn how to beat Zillow, and bring that information to our database. If you don't do that, then then we have nothing. But you must have this. Many are like, well, my relationships are going to save me. No, they're not. Your relationships plus tools, techniques, systems, and processes that beat Zillow will save you. Okay. All right, next question. Does C4 work as a standalone system? Absolutely, 100%. Does C4 work as a standalone system without a membership to the Career Compass and not without the Greatest Hits? 100% yes. Okay. Many of our C4 members do not have a membership to the Career Compass seminars and do not have the Greatest Hits. This is a standalone product. Every month you're going to get the 2 live sessions, plus the yearly update, plus the referrals, plus the profile, plus all the benefits I talked about. Regardless of whether you have a Career Compass membership or not, you'll have a membership in C4. Okay, all 3 of our products stand alone, and they all work together as well. So you can have 1, you can have 2, you can have 3. They all stand alone, and they all have individual benefits to you.
And you can also join later. So if you become a C4 member
yes,
now,
if you're a C4 member now, for example, if you're a C4 member and you join C4, can you get a Career Compass membership to go to the seminars? 100%. Absolutely. And we'll give you a discount on that too. It's awesome. So 100%, you absolutely will. Okay. You can get C4 now and another one later, or you can get them all now, you can get them all later, whatever you want to do. Okay. So absolutely. Okay. Oh, thank you, Terry. I love that. I love that, Terry. She's awesome. She's like, you're the best. All right, John, what's going on?
You know that's joined C4 that our staff is processing them as quickly as they can. If they can just be patient, they'll be getting their emails shortly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, folks. Okay, the staff is here, and my boss's 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 boss. Okay, because I'm the assistant bucket holder to the janitor at this company. Okay, are processing your registration just as fast as they can. The department over there is doing that. So, okay, so you'll get your confirmation of being in C4 just as fast as you can. You will get it today. You will be able to log on. You will be able to get all these tools and techniques. You will be able to RSVP for the mentoring with masters and the learning with legends. We're going to have 2 of them every single month. It's going to be great. You can come to the seminar if you want. All this stuff, they're doing it as fast as they can. Is that what you wanted me to say?
Yeah, and if they don't see them, like there's emails already, check your spam and junk.
Oh, okay. If you've already registered, Okay, if you're already registered for C4, okay, and you're not seeing your welcome email, check your spam and your junk. Okay. You need to loosen up them spam filters a little bit, my friend. Okay, go ahead and do that. And then they'll have them to you. If for any reason you don't get it, we'll resend you a new one. Don't worry. Okay, they're processing it just as fast as they can. Great questions. I think I missed a question.
Somebody asked if there's a one-time fee for C4. Let them know it is monthly.
No. Okay, guys.
No contract.
C4 is the $19 every month. Okay, that's a subscription. Okay, quit anytime, join anytime. Okay, you'll never quit. You'll never quit. It's gonna be the greatest thing ever. Okay, you'll love it. Okay, C4 is the $19 every month, no contract. Okay, Career Compass membership. That's to the live seminars that we're gonna be having in Nevada and in California next year. Okay, that's a one-time fee, not monthly. It's a one-time fee. And the greatest hits. Okay, here they are. Greatest hits right there. These right here. Okay, these greatest hits. This is also a one-time cost. And there they all are. Okay, also in here, you get this flash drive. Where's my flash drive? Here somewhere. Okay, anyway, the flash drive, as well as the downloads, all this stuff. You get all this stuff. So greatest hits, one-time purchase. Okay, Career Compass membership to the live seminars, one-time fee, never pay again, go for the rest of your life. C4, $19 a month, 19. So there's 3 products. What I want you guys to do is focus on C4 right now. Okay, become part of C4 for the $19. If you want to get a Career Compass membership later on, no problem. If you want to get the greatest hits later on, no problem. If you already know exactly, okay, and you want all 3, get them right there. But C4 is the way to go. Okay, if you don't have C4, make that your first purchase. Second purchase, if you don't already have one, a Career Compass membership. Number 3, greatest hits, or vice versa, whatever you like to do. What's the greatest hits? I thought I just went over that. There's the greatest hits. Okay, Career Compass greatest hits. Okay, here's how this works. Okay, here's what they are. Okay, the Career Compass greatest hits. Okay, is 12 discs, including the DVD disc right there of the body language for real estate. How we have people that buy this just for that. Okay, that is the DVD, the body language DVD right there. That is some awesome stuff. I just like to know what your friends, family, spouse, client of the other realtor are thinking before they know what they're thinking. That's awesome stuff, along with all the other 112 different techniques. Okay, I mean, look at all that out there. Look at the track thing. Okay, all those are different tool and techniques. So that is the greatest hits. Drinking from a fire hose. That's what that is. This is 100 tools coming right at you. Okay, greatest hits, and we have those on. We have those on sale right now. Next to nothing. The C4, $19 a month. That's the coaching, the mentoring. Okay, all the great tools and techniques I spent talking about. All those $19 a month. Okay. Are the crush sheets included in the greatest hits? Yes. Yes, and yes. Yes. Terry, yikes, just checked. I don't have. Don't worry, Terry. We'll get you taken care of. No problem.
We're cheaper than Zillow, $600 a month. Premier
edition. Oh my God, I didn't even mention that. Let's see. Zillow $600 a month. We're 19. Please do me a favor. Try this. Compare us. Compare C4 to Zillow. $600 a month. What'd you get out of it? You got a bunch of leads that everybody else is getting of unqualified buyers and sellers who don't want to do anything, that fill out some card at the mall. For $600 a month, this is C4. You're going to get way more benefits than that for this for $19 a month. $19. It's insane. Okay. Again, guys, all the products that Career Compass offers combined is less expensive than one Zillow month. One. Unbelievable.
That's a lifetime.
I don't.
All right. 12 o'clock.
Okay, 12 o'clock. Okay, all right, guys. It's 12 o'clock. I want to be respectful of your time. Click right over here. Become a member of C4. Okay. Click right over here. Click right down here. Whatever you want to do. Become a member of this program, of this community. This is the future. I want you to be part of the future with us. Please join our club. Be part of our club. I am giving you a personal invitation to be part of our club. I want you to be in my club. Well, it's not my club. It's my employer's club. That's okay. I want you to be with me. I want you to be part of this program. This is the future of real estate. I want you to be part of it. And it's not going to cost you, it's next to nothing. Would you buy me a drink? I hope you would. All right. I will see everybody on the other side. Click right here. Click right here. Okay. Okay. What about the reposts coming up? Oh, we're going to talk about them a lot. So don't worry, because I got all those forbearances. They're coming to. Don't worry. We're going to get to that. That's going to be part of one of our mentoring with the masters. We're going to have a special person, Brian Stevens and Jason Gordon on that one, and it's going to be a good one. So don't miss that. All right, love you guys. They're awesome. Click right over here. Click. Hi, Emivo. Hey, you need to call me, by the way. All right, talk to you soon. Love you guys. Click over here. Become part of C4. You're awesome. See you soon.